Let us at least enjoy Amahlanje.
If I made love to you, must be much more. More than fun.
So you will erase that woman from your mind.
We started this together, and we'll finish it together.
You'll make matters worse.
It is as you said. The woman is dangerous.
Qu'on, my son, you sent me to our ancestors with a lie.
Behold him! Who is your king today?
Zulu!
From your womb shall come the firstborn of a king, giving birth to a mighty nation of blood-stained spears and thundering black shields.
The death of Senziga Kona's first son placed Nandi in a much stronger position, a position which her kinsmen were determined to pursue. And so it was that the Elengeni party set out to demand the new Zulu king instate Nandi as one of his wives and accept the child as his son and heir.
The messengers tell me it's an important party. King Maketa's most important advisor will accompany them. Much will be at stake when they arrive.
What do you advise, Mole?
When the child is laid in front of us, we must proclaim the guilt. You must acknowledge the child as your own.
Son, I thought the king could do no wrong.
Yeah, Baba. You were not yet king when this wrong was committed.
Mhlolo. So, we are to be dictated to by this girl and her clan.
Need I remind you, Baba? We once warned you of such a possibility.
Are you saying this is your king's fault?
In cases like this, the fault is seldom shared by many.
Umkabai wishes to address the king?
The way I see it, the king's hands are tied. He has only two choices. Accept the child and face ridicule, or reject it and face war with Elangeni. I suggest you choose the path that is best for your people. Nkosi.
Ngiyabonga. Thank you for the advice.
Ndabesita.
Sister, how is my wife?
Recovering.
In
inform the king that they have arrived.
They tell me there is a child.
Mother.
A boy.
Yes, a boy.
You realize there will be no wedding feast. Turn cattle.
That's an insult, Prince. To negotiate lobola here in front of these people is an insult to my daughter and myself.
Since you have chosen to turn this affair into an open spectacle, why not take it further? 15.
55.
How? Nandi.
20.
55.
25.
55.
What makes you think you're worth that much?
I am. And so is he.
So be it! 55!
Come on.
My son will rule through me.
Sawubona Mkabayi. Welcome to the house of Zulu, Nandi.
Thank you.
I congratulate you, Nandi. You have left no stone unturned. Your ruthlessness certainly belies your womanhood.
Thank you for your welcome, Kabai. But then, what do you know about being a woman?
Come, Nandi.
Usasa ngakhona umjokane kaNdaba usala kutshanwa usala kunyenyezelwa umenzi kaNdaba usetha nangesinyaphesi linjengophiko basebulawini inyatha ihambe isinga amasibuko yanjengomzingeli kwalasefekane bayede Manyana yasila shamadoda Asha konana yasila shamadoda Umtakhuluma uyakhuluma zintuna Khuluma yaphi kusi yata Straight kusi yata Emagwe yaphi kusi yata Straight yaphi kusi yata Emagwe yaphi kusi
It was now 9 years later, and once again Senzaka Kona was marrying. But still Nandi, although having a daughter by the king, remained with her son Shaka outside of real recognition.
Kanani usatha ngakhona izini dumethu zabonke ngamtholo uhlangana ngulumlilo ubasangbatshalo ngelemona
Woza, bethi fanele bawusika izihlangu, umkhwenya ntaba, bethi fanele bawuqala emblawu Nkosi. Wibenja wena ndlovu, bayede.
The royal hands do not look happy. Well, 9 wives in 9 years. The competition is growing. Incredible. Incredible what a man will do out of spite.
Receive me, you of the Zulu.
We receive you.
Ya, Chikuzi!
You've had enough beer in Gabezita.
I want her to get it. Where is she? Where is she? Woza! Agazela unandi!
I think it's unwise, Nkosi.
Agazela! Woza! Tulani! Tulani!
Here, Baba. What do you wish from me?
I'm thirsty. I wish to drink. Was.
Hey, Nandi! Queen
of the Zulus! The whore who trapped the mighty leopard with the bastard son! Bayan Tenant! Bayan Tenofras! The Queen of Wars! Bayete!
Baba, this is unworthy of a king.
Hamba!
Miguel, if you hurt my mother again, I'll kill you.
He has the arrogance of his mother. Now, where is the beer that I wanted? Baby! Hey! Bring my beer!
As your father, the great Jama, suspected, he is the child of the prophecy.
Do you realize what you are saying, Muli?
Yebo, Baba. Your father felt it the day of Shaka's birth. That's why I wanted the woman to die before childbirth.
Abulawe?
It was the last act of his reign, one which unfortunately was of no consequence.
But why?
Fear. Fear, Baba, of what the child would do to the nation. It was as the prophets predicted. He was born in Indurigas, the month of the prophecy. He was illegitimate, the condition of the prophecy. And then his moment of birth coincided with the death of your principal wife's son. That too is the curse of the prophecy.
Which doctor's magic?
A king's power to rule over others' lives is in itself magical. The witch doctor's magic is the king's magic. If he loses it, he is no longer king.
And if what you say is true?
He must be killed, now.
Kill my only son?
Yes, before he is allowed to start a new era in which the word Amazulu will signify terror and death. If he remains in your house, your wives will be barren. Is that not the case, Baba? Since you met with that woman, you have but only 2 children, both hairs.
Why do you hesitate, Mfowethu? Is it out of love?
Is your concern more for strangers than the uplift of your own kingdom?
He's not a stranger. He's my blood.
And today, he was prepared to shed yours to protect his mother. Is that going to go unpunished? Unnoticed? Your reputation as king is at stake. Your pride. We will call on Nondumo of the Nzuzo clan. His powers to this mistress far exceeds those of the Sangomas. He will read the secrets of the child and provide you with the proof you need. And then, Baba, you shall make your own decision.
Sekati umfana ngafana ukuthi sithole amphula mano mina khuluma sangoma ola sangoma ngela umfana I smell evils. I smell a child. umhlolo la ekhaya. Ukhona umhlolo la ekhaya. Bayatha Nkosi. Let him go. The plot will tell the truth.
Yeah! Shaka! Shaka! No! No! Leave him alone! No!
Lungela umhlolo lapha kuwe mfana wami. Yawulungela. Yawulungela umhlolo lapha kuwe mfana wami. Yawulungela mfana wami. Yawulungela. Yawulungela. Khona la eduze mfana wami. Lethi sitja lapho. Yena mfana wami ngathi ukhona. Useka la eqaleni lakho mfana wami. Lapho-ke mfana wami. Lapho-ke. Ephuma-ke manje igase libi mfana wami. Mfana wami. Ake siliboneleke leli gazi. Yalibona igazi na? Thela umuthi la. Yalibona-ke. Yalibona igazi na? Yalibona igazi na? Yalibona. Kahleke bona kuzoyenzakalani ngaleli gazi. Nalo igazi lethu-ke manje sizoliphuza. Ake siphuze-ke manje. Yebo-ke.
Giving birth to a mighty nation of blood-stained spears and thundering shields.
Shaka. Shaka, we have to leave at once.
You must hurry. He will be looking for you at sunrise.
He? He will be looking for us? I thought the idea was his.
I cannot tell you more now, Dlovukazi. Come.
Why do you call me that? Dlovukazi is a title reserved for a principal wife, not for an outcast.
It's because you are the principal wife of Zulu. Nandi, you are the queen. I knew that years ago when I first met you. And that someday you will return to claim that right. And he will be your shield. Isihlangu sakho. Come. Follow me.
Kazi. Why? Why? Mkabai. Mkabai felt you were trapped. I could overrule all of them.
You were never very good at that.
And now, Kasi, what do I tell the people? That I helped you to escape. Baye, let them go.
Come. Was that?
May I suggest, Baba, that you do not close your eyes to solutions that fate has offered?
And what might it be?
That they have been coaxed into exile by the treachery of your own Indu.
Aye, Baba.
We couldn't have done it better. Now we must ask that they be returned to you.
The Langin are proud people, Elder. Like Nandi. They will refuse, and it will mean war.
Exactly, Baba. And in that war, there will be one casualty. The boy. The condition of the prophecy will be fulfilled by you not personally having to soil your hands with the blood of your son. Your honor will remain intact.
It pleases me that my counselors show such concern for my honor. Yet need I remind them that for that honor, I have my friend's blood on my hands. And it was the counselors who wished me to accept Ishaga, to avoid war. Now you ask me to risk war for his sake, and that will seem strange to my people.
That is my foremost concern, Baba. Your people. The fact remains that you could not have been abandoned by a woman.
So tell the people it was my idea. I chased her away because of her arrogance.
Very well, Baba. And how do I explain the death of Gazi?
Hey, you're trying my patience, Elder.
That is my calling, Ngozi. To make the king aware of the possibilities of a given situation at the risk of appearing a nuisance.
Then, let me make it simple for you. If I risk war to get her back, her people will think I care for her. If I forget her and caught her in the punishment for her son will be worse than death. Not a Zulu, no longer an Elangeni. He will be a boy without a clan. Go and tell the people.
Very well, Baba. That will satisfy the people. But the little the people know about the prophecy will in no way reflect its true dangers. If this boy is allowed to live, he will bring about an upheaval of life itself as we know it. Baba, I sympathize with the fact that you are reluctant in bringing about the death of your own son. But he is not your son. Not in the true sense of the way. His conception was guided by the hand of evil. Do not be blind to it.
Put that out of your mind, Elder. That is an order. Thank you for the advice.
Baba,
Thank you for the advice.
Haban.
Bayet.
Bayet. Bayet. Bayet.
Did it have to be Gazi?
I'm proud to see that my brother is finally beginning to
Answer
behave.
me!
He was the only one I could trust. He loved you both.
And what if Muli is right about the prophecy?
Mudli is right about only one thing. The boy's exile is the work of fate. Now he will have a chance to prove his valor far away from those who fear the prophecy and his child. Because he will bring a new world, a new order, a new society. What our father and his generation called evil is the future. And it is not evil. Of that I'm convinced.
Your father was loved by everyone in the village. His joy was their joy. His pain, their pain. They knew how much he cared for you. 10 boys couldn't have made him more proud than that one little girl, Nandi.
They're right. It is my fault. I've always wanted what I thought was best for me, at the price of those closest to me. My son, my daughter, and now my father. It must end.
Sawubona, Mama.
Yes, what is it?
The king wishes to see Nandi.
We have sent a messenger to the Zulus informing their king that you and your children are here and requesting an explanation. His answer is quite troubling.
I've been a cause of enough scandal, Nkos. I'll return to his village tomorrow without my children.
Nandi, Senzangakona did not ask for your return. He remembers no one by the name of Nandi, daughter of Pepe.
And his son? His daughter?
He made no mention of Shaka or Nomtoba. We are told you escaped. Is that true? Then our hands are tied. We forced the Senzangakona to accept you once. We cannot do it again. Especially since this time he is in the right.
You wanted to kill us!
Nandi, if the man truly wanted to kill you, he would have.
I came here looking for help, and all I get is this?
Nandi, you are in the presence of the king.
Gazane, you are in the presence of a queen.
Nandi, there is little or nothing we can do to help you. You are completely on your own now. No man in this village will support you. If you stay, you must fend for yourself. and be prepared to be treated with a certain amount of hostility. You're strong enough to cope with that, I'm sure. But what about your mother and your children?
Where else can I go?
Life was not easy for Nandi, surrounded by animosity. She could find no man willing to help her fend for her family, and frequently they were subject to insults and abuse.
Just ignore them and carry on working.
Zulu, who has no man to do him nice work? Yeah, well. Here's a man for you. 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 The wolf who trapped the mighty leopard.
I'm the son of the king, and my mother is a queen. Remember that. Go. Get away from here. Go. 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 Go.
Yo, Nandi! They're burning our clonery!
It's Zobo! Oh, Mama!
Out of the way! Kalani, 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 Kalani! Kalani!
Spinning nicely now. Hey, shaka! This is here now.
Shaka! Come back, Shaka! You must stop him!
It's time they land, Mother. Sooner or later, we must fight back.
If you won't save him, I will! Shaka!
Zobo! Zobo! Zobo!
What is Shaka doing?
It's time we were rid of this Zulu.
Shaka!
Malucho!
Shaka! Drop it! Drop it!
Malucho!
Come here! It looks as if I arrived not a minute too soon, Pepper.
Mamisha, this is my home, Mvunda, and I'll do anything to defend it.
Someone burnt our granary today, and yesterday your son insulted my daughter.
Is that true, Zobo?
I was provoked, Father.
Is that true?
Yes, Father.
And the fire? Did you or did you not start the fire?
Why do you even talk to
Mina! It seems you were right, Mkunda. Shaka, take 5 for a kettle as payment for your loss.
So be it.
Go to Coco. Lokho kuyokufundisa isifundo ongeke uzisikhohle.
Mother. Mother.
Never again will he leave an enemy behind. So when would you like us to leave?
It is not my decision, Nandi. I want you to know that. But whatever I personally think, I'm a king. And I belong to my people.
Which is your excuse for not doing what your heart tells you. Let me make your life easier, Nkosi. We leave tomorrow.
Nandi, your mother can stay if you like. In my kraal. She may be too old to travel.
Thank you, Bab. That's the first kind word I've heard in a long time. But I think she would like to stay near Shaka. She's afraid without the proper guidance. He'll become like me, a misfit. Sala kahle, Bab.
Hamba kahle, Nandi. Your mother can stay if you like. In my club. She may be too old to travel.
Thank you, but I think she'll like to stay in Shaka.
Give him room to breathe, Nandi. If you truly love him, let him believe that tomorrow the light will return. Let there be love, not hate.
Nandi, Kendeyana is a good man. What more do you ask for?
Much more, Father. Much more.
You will be an outcast forever.
I don't have a choice now, do I?
Yes, you do. We'll say it's my child. And we'll marry properly.
But you don't understand. I don't love you. I could never love you. No places with sense on the corner, no matter what it may cost me.
Kendeyana, look!
Nandi. And the little girl.
It's mine, Nangaba.
And that must be Shaka.
And so it was that after all those years, Nandi found refuge with the man she had so determinedly refused to marry.
You're welcome here.
Under his protection, Shaka would grow and develop into a strong young warrior.
Thank you.
Be careful with it. Don't hurt it. Uyisa lesa sinye ngapha. Hey, masopha wena ukuthi wenzani? Uyisa lapha. Ilalise kahle ungalimali. Waza wena. Bring the cattle here. Hey, ungayilethi ngakimi shonise ngapha. Lentsinekana le, inhlolo yami. Ujama avuke. Uyisa lezo ngapha esazi.
Shaka has a brother now. Ngwati. Kendeyana is the father. Things have changed.
How?
When we helped him escape, it was because I believed it was for the good of our people. I now know that we were right. King Kondla of the Kwabes wants him. Makedama of the Elangeni also wants him. Whether it be out of the true friendship or fear, they all want him on their side. Yet we, who know better than any of the prophecy, remain silent. I think the time has come for Shaka to take his place here, in this royal house. He knows nothing about his father, except for the one-sided stories his mother tells him. It is time he heard the truth from your own lips.
And what is the truth?
That you love him.
You never cease to amaze me, my sister.
Your son will soon be a man, and he will come and claim his right as a leader of Amazon. Win him back, brother. Win him back from that woman before it's too late. Before we regret having saved his life.
Kosi.
Kosi.
Yeah. Lituli.
Tabezeta, my prince, I bring you a message from your father, King Senzanga qu'on. He is grieved by the fact that his son has chosen to wander in distant lands to live under foreign kings. He asked for his son's return to the home of his forefathers so that he can publicly and in front of his own people be proclaimed heir to the throne of the House of Zulu.
And what of my mother?
My king requests the return of his son only.
You say, Lutuli?
Yes, Ndabezeta.
So be it. Tell my father I will be the heir to the throne of the Amazulu.
Ndabezeta.
Hey, senkulele bafana bamanje. Senizoba insizwa ke bafana bami. Siyaqiniseka ke bafana bami ke manje. Nihambe nezintombini bafana bamadoda. Hey, oh, sengiyajabula ke manje senikhulile. Hamba ke insizwa yami manje. Ushaka. Hamba. Hey, ke nawe ke mfana wami soqinile ke manje.
We have gathered the boys of an age, set to become men.
Today, you boys become men. But first, receive the spear and war shield, symbols that you are prepared to fight and to be the shield of Amazulu.
Usuyindoda.
Wena wendlovu. Sukumani. Today, you are all going to receive uncedo, a symbol that you are men. Shaka Zulu, heir to the Zulu throne, step forward.
Very proudly, my son.
Proudly? Must I wear it proudly? And spit on my mother's pride? Where were you when we nearly died of hunger? Persecuted by the scum of this land. Now that your calf has grown to be a bull with horns, you want him in your royal house? I accept the spear and shield. Symbols that make me a Zulu warrior. But this, I will take by force. As I've made everything that I am, by force. If my mother is not a royal wife, then I know no man by the name of Senzanga qu'on Nagajama.
Enough! Enough! Leave the land of the Zulus now. At sundown, the warriors will follow. If they catch you, they will kill you. Go! I will be king!
Once again, Shaka's destiny was being guided by the great Isangoma Sitai. For that night, as he fled the warriors of his father, legend records that she caused him to stumble upon an ambush in the forest. And although he didn't realize it, his action on this fateful night would in later years lead directly to the fulfillment of the Isangoma's prophecy.
This is where I must leave you, Shaka. I must go that way. And I pray that when we are no longer wanderers, we will meet again under more pleasant circumstances. Go now, before the Zulus find you. Shaka. Thank you.
The two fugitives, Dingiswayo and Shaka, would indeed meet again, but it would be under very different circumstances. One would have become the king of a powerful paramountcy, the other would still be a fugitive. The years passed, and Shaka continued to live under King Kondlo of the Kwabes at Kendeyana's kraal, together with his mother, developing from adolescence into a powerful warrior. His reputation as a skilled fighter gaining him support amongst the Zulus and threatening his father's heirs. And, well, they must have been concerned. For all the while, Sidai maintained her spiritual influence over Shaka's destiny as he moved ever closer to the goal she'd set for him.
Since the disgrace of the initiation ceremony all those years ago, he continues to discredit you, Nkosi. He has publicly challenged your supremacy as leader of the Zulu people. And now, he has forbidden your royal headsmen to take your cattle to the land of the Kwabes. Our failure to act against him will make the people feel that we fear the superstition that surrounds it. He is no longer your calf, Nkosi. He is a bull testing its horns.
Frankly, Elder, his reaction should not come as such a surprise to us. After so many years of forced exile, we should have anticipated his hostility.
Perhaps, Tatewetu. But We'd be fools to condone it, especially since his hostility surpasses the limits of treason. He must be brought back, Baba, charged with high treason, and if found guilty by the council, executed according to the laws of the land.
This is a vicious circle, Muli. Exile to avoid death. Now, the death penalty is a consequence of his exile. Perhaps, my sister, you can think of another way of saving him.
My purpose, Ngosi, has never been to save him. Personally, I only wish what is best for our people. Can you see Dingande and Sigiana standing up to him after your death? The Amazulu would be plunged into civil war. With the support he's getting amongst your people, he could win. The elder is right. We are faced with an act of high treason. But who ultimately is to blame for that crime? The boy or his mother?
Baba, Hey! Let her finish, Muli.
Can you truthfully say that Shaka's words and actions are the fruit of his own disloyalty? Or are they, instead, the defiance of his mother? Members of the council, there can be no doubt that the boy represents power. We have seen that in all his actions. Why destroy that power when you can harness it for the good of our people? He's still young. He can still be molded. But we must put an end to this woman's influence. She must be tried for treason and witchcraft. And, if found guilty, executed.
You speak of witchcraft, Dadewetu. It seems it has blinded you. What does it take to open your eyes? The death of our king?
Enough. We have waited too long, Muli. Find him. Bring him back. And I want him alive.
You must go with your mother. I will follow as soon as I can. Shaka will look after you. Go now. Go well, my child. Look after them, Shaka. They need you more than ever.
If you reconsider, Baba, we'll be at the banks of the Umfongozi River. We'll wait for 3 days. If you don't come, we'll move on.
She doesn't belong to me. She never was meant to belong to me.
I'll never forget you, Baba, for what you have done for us, for her.
Go now, for it's too late.
Do you think Kendayana will come?
No, but they will. Their reputation's at stake.
Find them! Imagine here! Get them out!
Where have they gone? Oh! No. Tell me, where have they gone?
I'll tell you nothing.
They can't be far. We'll find them. What's on the enemy door?
Shaka! Shaka!
Go to grandmother's grave. I'll meet you there in a week at the most. And mother, this is the last time you're running.
Hurry, we must go.
Lie. It won't hurt to slow him down, to make our job easier.
What's on the enemy door? He's down there. What's on the enemy door?
Pagati! Gata, Baraba!
Tell on the Zulu.
Nakuthula! Wozani zobona!
Lieutenant Mato. Put that man down! What's on my door? Pick him up!
He needs help or he'll die.
Yes, he will, but not until he's been tried for treason. Now, pick him up! Leave that man alone! I said let him go! This is none of your concern, old man. Shaka belongs to us!
You are in Mtetwa territory now. Your internal matters have no meaning here.
Pick him up!
I suggest, don't, Zulu.
Who will stop us? You!
No, but they will.
Those Zulus are very far from home. Wonder what they're doing here.
That's a very good question.
Now move! You will take him to my crop.
All right. Pick him up. Lieutenant Mato.
Kunta, keep an eye on the Zulus. I'm going to see what's happening.
And now, Father?
Will he live?
I'll do my best.
A Zulu, you say? Are you sure?
Yes, Nkosi.
And what is his name?
They tell us he's called Shaka. The Zulus are waiting for him, but I left my troops to see that they do not get to him. He's getting the best medicine possible.
What are you saying?
His condition is desperate. It looks as though he may not recover.
I see. If he should recover, I wish to see him.
I'll do so.
Shaka the fugitive was now about to reap the rewards of that fateful night in the forest so many years ago, when he delayed his own flight from danger to help an unknown warrior. What he did not know then was that the man whose life he'd saved was in fact a Matetwa prince.
Wenawezu.
Rise, Shaka. It is my fortune that you have recovered. It would appear that our destinies are interlocked, Shaka. Dingiswayo, the wanderer. Kahleni. Hlalani phansi.
I don't mean to sound disrespectful, Wenawezu, but what are you doing here?
Hlala phansi. Mhlaliseni phansi.
Tulel phezu.
I'm trying my best to run my people's tempestuous hearts. And what are you doing here?
Trying my best to run from my people's tempestuous hearts.
What is this talk of treason?
I'm not completely sure, but I think my father has decided that a dead son is less of an inconvenience than a live one.
What do you want to say to him?
Whatever you think will fit the situation.
I want you and your men out of my kingdom by sunset. How's that?
It's been known to work, Wenawezu.
What will I tell my king, Ghost?
That his son is my guest.
My son? His guest? Is that all he had to say?
Yebo, Nkosi.
Boom!
Ndabezi.
Hamba!
Ndabezi.
Boma!
Nkosi, no purpose is served by getting so angry.
Since the day he was conceived, this Ishaka has brought me only disrepute and outrage. Twice I've risked war with Elangeni for his sake. And now, after 2,000 of my best warriors return empty-handed, I'm told that he lives under the shadow of the mighty Tingiswai, the ruler of what is becoming the most powerful paramountcy in the land. That boy is already on my throne, making decisions for me, manipulating the fate of my house. Through his powerful friends, will be virtually isolated. The time has come for me to force my hand. The time has finally come for war.
But Nkosi, war with them Tetos is suicide. They outnumber us 10 to 1. But perhaps by talking...
No, Mohi. No more messengers. No more discussions. We are outnumbered. But Tingiswai has other enemies like King Pungasho of the Bitelesi. I'm sure that he and I will find that we now have a great deal in common. Wow! There is no other way. Our dignity is at stake. And perhaps my throne.
Ushaka Known him long? The king, I mean. You two look like old friends. What did you do? Save his life?
Yes.
Shaka had at last found a protector in Dingiswile, a man who dreamed of bringing peace, unity, and a common identity to the peoples of his regime. Dingiswile had begun to realize a dream which would eventually be Shaka's to finish.
Here you learn to sleep in the open, like a soldier. Msalawanlo, I told you men to keep this place clean. Dava! You just have to know how to keep them in line. You will sleep over here. You'll sleep over there. I'll leave you men to get acquainted. Kuta!
Hey, Showe. This is right. I'm Gobozi. This is Dlaba. And that's Ngoboka. That's Tonga. Over there is Joko.
Which place is mine?
Over here.
I don't care whose friend he is. He makes me nervous. Who? The Zulu. This is his first day here, and he's already telling me how to run my regiment.
Why? What did he say?
He didn't have to say anything. It's his eyes that did the talking. I've never seen such an arrogant bastard in all my life.
Come, aren't you exaggerating a bit, Boozer? See, all the men are pretty much on the defensive when they arrive here. Give him a chance to acclimatize to military life.
Oh, he'll get used to military life, all right? I'll make sure he does.
Promises to be the best soldier we've ever had.
Only if his attitude changes. Men like him could be dangerous in battle. He's too independent.
This is ridiculous. You couldn't hit an elephant from this distance. Excuse me, General.
Yes?
The fronts are too far apart.
Too far apart?
Yes, General. By the time our spears reach the enemy, they have no thrust left.
I see. And what do you suggest we do about that?
Rush the other line. Get in closer, so we can throw our spears with more precision. Maybe even stab the enemy.
Our traditional distance is 50 paces.
I know, sir, but I don't think it's effective.
Not effective?
Wars have been fought like this for as long as anyone can remember. And you come along and say it's not effective?
Yes, General.
Who do you think you are?
A soldier, General. Trying to do my job as best I can.
Don't you realize, soldier, that if we start rushing them, they'll start rushing us? That if they have more casualties, so will we?
I've thought of that, General. I think it's advisable to make our shields bigger, large enough to cover the whole body. In that way, we can get as close as we need to and still be well protected.
Then why don't we just go into battle wearing our hats?
Too cumbersome, General.
The distance is 50 paces. Our shields remain the same. Is that clear?
Yes, General.
Now go back to your regiment. And if you have any other smart ideas, keep them to yourself. I don't like troublemakers.
Yes, General.
Next thing you know, he'll be telling us our spears are too long.
But they are, General.
Uza majola lambile. Buyise zonke lezo nkomo lapho mbona. Buye zonke.
Just look at you. You lazy nose. You could all be killed lying around here. Umlilo ngalesikhathi. Uma ningahlasela ningafa nonke la. Hawubeke nje. Angicabangi. Where are your sandals?
Here they are, General. They slow me down. I won't be needing them.
Are you trying to tell me that your feet are tougher than ox-hide soles?
Yes, General.
Niggas is consuming la. Put it out with your foot.
As I said, General, I won't be needing them.
I don't care if you can put out a volcano with those feet. You are a soldier. Soldiers wear sandals. Put them back on.
Yes, General. Generals like Boozer are dangerous. He lacks imagination. His mind is as nimble as a slab of stone.
That's the way it should be. Soldiers take orders without thinking.
Yes, Mkopozi. Soldiers shoot, but not generals. Warfare must be a vital, creative process.
What can be creative about killing?
A man chosen to wield life and death on the battlefield must be an artist. If he isn't, he's simply a murderer.
What's the difference?
You'll know soon enough when we march against the Dlamini.
Mtaka baba lesibukayo.
The battle against the Dlamini was to be a turning point in Shaka's fighting career. For battles were often staged in a manner somewhat in the character of a jousting tournament. These battles comprised demonstrative gestures with the occasional flinging of long-stemmed spears. Whenever an army exhausted its supplies, then the warriors would join their supporting spectators, singing, hurling verbal abuse, and in this way generally trying to outdo the other side. Occasionally, some would enter the foray, and some may be wounded or overpowered, but it generally remained a festive occasion. And when the day was done and the battle fought, it was argued that surely war was won by subjugation and not by destruction. Shaka would not see it that way.
That's it? That's war?
Yes, in all its gory details. Not if I can help it.
Where does he think he's going? He can't do that.
He doesn't strike me as the type who knows the meaning of the word can't, General.
Bon.
Sawubona baba.
Ngibona wena, son of Zulu.
Can you know me?
We have been waiting.
I need your craft, Baba, for the forging of a weapon.
Describe it.
The head is larger than the normal spear. It's wider. And the shaft is shorter. I brought a goat as payment.
Landani mbuzi.
What is it?
The Nameless One. Only he can give the blade the power of its own. Tell him to come.
As you possess this blade, it will possess you.
So be it.
The spirit of the blade speaks.
No. The spirit of Shaka speaks.
So be it, son of Zulu. Take this spear, and with it, let the sun cast your powers to the ends of this earth.
Nyakazani nalap. 10, gentlemen. Out. Nyakazani. Gentlemen. Well, what a pleasant surprise. Welcome back, Shaka. We missed you. We haven't had a good laugh in quite some time.
I had some thinking to do.
Ah, so we have a thinker in our ranks, do we? And what have you been thinking about? Your behavior in the Kamini War, and you're making fools of me and my regiment?
Yebo, Baba.
Yebo! Yebo! Yebo what?
Yes, that's what I was thinking about.
And what conclusions did you finally reach, if any?
I was foolish.
Good. Very good. I admire a man who admits when he's wrong.
I didn't say I was wrong, General. Just foolish.
Where are your sandals? Oh, yes. I almost forgot. You lost them on the battlefield, did you? We can always provide you with others, you know. Or do they still slow you down?
They do, sir.
By the way, we won that war.
Congratulations, General.
Where are your spears, soldier? Or have you been thinking we ought to fight without weapons?
No, sir. My weapon is here.
So now, you think our 3 traditional weapons are too many, too long, and not good enough for you?
Exactly, General. You put that very well. Allow me to show you something. Capella! Capella, Anja! I need 2 volunteers. Sheshani Matota, I said I need 2 volunteers. Joko, Tonga, Sheshan. Good. Would you mind joining them, General? All right. Kill me. Bulale.
I have no time for games.
This is not a game, General. Come. I'm waiting. Don't just stand there like a pack of old women. Kill me!
Old women? That way to Kabab? So goodies! Niggas umkondola. Yeah!
And that's what the larger shield's for, General. Tonga, Joko, you are not being cooperative.
Jagi.
And moving closer, man to man. Contact. Lock the enemy's shield, exposing his flank, and aim for the heart. Arm yourself, General.
Spear! Shield!
Are you ready, General?
Ready!
Contact! Hook the enemy's shield. Aim for the heart.
What is this? A game?
For the lack of a better word, General. We call it war. Imbi.
He just isn't made for military life. I've done what I could. He just doesn't know the meaning of the word discipline. Besides, you saw it yourself on the battlefield. He is totally irresponsible.
Kuta, does this new method of his work?
It's hard to tell, but I think it's worth trying.
Worth trying? Oh, yes. Worth trying if you want to turn my men into killers.
There's always been a fine distinction between soldiering and killing, General. Many would say that soldiers are killers.
Only if killing is in the best interest of victory. So far, we have been victorious in all our battles, with virtually no bloodshed. Now, I don't see why we should change a winning strategy.
Yet, there may be times when new techniques are useful. What if you went into battle and found that your enemy is fighting differently, not according to regulations?
That couldn't happen. Our honor prohibits it. The enemy cannot start fighting any way it wants to. Warfare would turn into a disorganized farce. No, Ngozi, there's only one way to fight. Try it and test it.
And what if it did happen? It may change the course of the battle. Not so?
Most likely.
In other words, fighting differently might possibly help win a war.
Without a doubt, Wenohlang.
I suggest a reserve unit equipped with new strategy.
When would you like to test it, Nkosi Yamakhosi?
Against the Buthelezes, they declared war.
The Buthelezes? But they're no threat to us.
I think the rumor of an alliance between the Buthelezes and the Zulus might be true.
It would be well to be prepared.
About how many men would you want at the brigade, Wanakomkhulu?
50, I would say. To start with, all volunteers. They usually make the best soldiers. Do you think Shaka can raise that much support?
Ha! Oh, yes.
Good. Then proceed on this as soon as possible.
Nkosi
Omane.
Wenohlang! Yobose! And what was that all about?
For once, General, I think the tried and tested has been overruled. All right, man. Who's it going to be?
I only need 50 of you. For the time being, that is. Strategy, speed, and physical contact. The leopard hunts, waiting for the best moment to strike. Next, he uses his speed to outrun the victim. And finally, physical contact, when he sinks his fangs into the impala's throat. Our strategy is ludicrous. We go out of our way to make our presence known. And our warfare has no physical contact and no close combat. In fact, we toss away our weapons, hoping that the enemy will be courteous enough Ngiyabonga Mkopozi, to return them to us. Our strategy will come later. Let's start with speed. Take off your sandals! In return for your dedication, I promise you glory. If anyone here feels that Bruce feet are too high a price to pay for glory, he must say so now. Run!
I have a feeling we were better off with Boozer. At least he respected a man's right to be lazy.
Give him a chance. He's just starting.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Kuma wetu, waza wetu, kuma musubaipila. Mutuma! Cheshanina la mapitana lawa. Waza! Kijima! Toshiche! Tipchela! Cheshandota, humble tosha, kijima! Tosha! Booyah! Kijima! Run! We are the separate links that join to make the backbone of an animal. In combat, we are one person, one mind. Fuga! Fuga! Fuga den Fagarin! Sugala! Hamba! Den Chali! Sugala! Aban! Chola kona we. Waza kichema. Waza wetu. Chola vazi. Chola kona. Chola kona. Waza suwa wetu. Hamba. Hamba. Waza wetu. Waza suwa wetu. Zulu. Hamba. Kibela wetu. Waza wetu. Waza. Nangwe, tita mashigi. 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 Let's go through it again. 20 men in the center, displayed in 4 rows of 5. They make up the head of the formation. The 2 groups of 15 men each, our fastest runners, will be the horns. The head will advance first, with the horns hidden behind it. That's phase 1. Then when I give the word, the horns will sweep out on both sides. That's phase 2. Phase 3. The horns will encircle the enemy and close in. Is that clear? Then let's try it. Sholakona! Cheshawena Grisha Grisha! Phase 1! Phase 2! Phase 3! We are ready.
Can a man have so much hate that he would form an alliance with an enemy and go to war in order to kill his own son.
Attack!
Lindelan!
Winter! Shark! Kuga kanani! Kuga! Phansi! Jim! Kuga kanani! Kuga! Phansi!
What is he waiting for?
Now, let's see if war is still the game they want it to be.
With this one battle, Shaka had reshaped the form of African warfare. Never again would battles in this region of the continent be the same. For Shaka was about to begin what was to become known as the Umfakmani, a reign of terror that would be unparalleled in Africa's turbulent history.
Emgeni! Aysame!
Hey,
Ndabezitha.
No!
Do you remember Mfunda? You know how she died? Starvation and exhaustion. A slow, painful way to die, especially for an old woman. Her death could have been avoided if someone hadn't burned our grave, forcing her to become an outcast.
Where is your spear?
What would you do if she had been your grandmother?
No! No!
Disapprove of me, Makedama?
No, Shaka. I disapprove of the great Sagiti, the man who fights like a million.
You were kind to my mother and me, and I won't forget that. I'll not kill you or your people.
I'm glad to see that you have grown in the ways of justice, Shaka. I wonder how many see you for what you really are. A killer. A killer who's contaminated his armies with his own cold-blooded thirst for revenge. Building the Mteta Confederacy is a pretense. The wars you wage are, in fact, very private and concern only a chosen few. Each of your battles is a trial in which the enemy is condemned to death for having caused your family hardship. Each village you burn to the ground is the home you were denied. Each man whose lungs you burst open is responsible for Nandi's suffering. Stop it, Shaka! Your thirst for revenge has already been quenched 1,000,000 times over. Sigidi!
My thirst for revenge against you and your people is now quenched, Makedama.
Amban!
Nako, walo.
Leave us now. Please leave us now.
Molly, is that you?
Yes, Nkosi.
I'm here, my brother.
Shall it be? Or shall I condemn to death?
Of course.
So will kill whomever I pick. Oh, shall it be? Oh, help me, Molly.
I fear Kosi. Only you can choose your end.
Let's go down. Roll as long as shaka.
Bayete.
Has he named a successor?
Sikujana.
The least likely candidate. Even in death, he has shown weakness.
I'm sorry, Shaka.
Why should you be sorry, Baba? That man's death works to my advantage.
He was your father.
Bloodlines. They're always demanding our allegiance. My conception was a moment of pleasure for him, and the beginning of a lifelong struggle for me. If I have tears, I'll shed them for myself, not for my father.
Shaka, how many regiments will you take to Escabeni?
Are you implying that I march in and take the throne?
I'm certainly not one to keep a man from his destiny.
I'll need someone to officiate as Prime Minister at my coronation. I obviously can't use Muli. He'd just as soon stab me with the royal assegai as hand it over to me. Ngomane, would you do me the honor?
It would be my pleasure. Goes.
Wena wezu.
wendlovu wena wendlovu wena wendlovu
Umkhonto wenkosi oyisimakabi. Behold the everlasting spear from generation to generation. Yakwisha! Bayete! Get my daughter! In the name of all that is sacred, leave this scroll, now!
Does my presence frighten you, Elder? Or is it your guilt that prevents your allegiance?
Your regiments cannot win my allegiance, shaka. Son of Nandi. Senza qu'on jamais, Zulu, the true descendant of Zulu Malande, has dictated his choice. I will defend that decision with my life. I will not allow you to defile the divine rituals of my tribe. Now lift this claw. Now!
Skujana. Kill this man. He has insulted the king.
Now, there will be darkness. I pray that the ancestors will preserve and protect our tribe and safeguard the past as it was.
Nothing will be as it was ever again. Now, kill him. Kuchan, do you acknowledge me as your king?
Yes. Yes, Shaka. You are my lord, my master.
Then you're a fool.
Shaka. Shaka. Uzalwa ujokwane. Mwone onesimo. Bayete ikosi.
Omane.
Is there anyone here who wishes to disapprove this decision? No one speaks. Waiting on. Wemshangan. Then, salute your king. When I went over. When I went over. When I went over. Aye, Dwizu! Aye, Dwizu! Karanpansi. And now, hail the Queen of Queens! Aye, Jatobrazi!
Besides this man, mother, is there anyone else here who has offended you?
No, no one.
Take your place. Look at them, Goma. They must be asking themselves, what is Shaka? Where is he going? What does he want?
And what does he want?
Oh, the Sulan, Goma. There'll be but one reality. War.
And when there are no wars,
I'll create them, Goman.
My chronicle of Shaka's life and his rise to power was almost complete. But that extraordinary story was soon to be enhanced by events which were now to take over our lives.
Now, a man of mind, a man not blind. Be a man of kindness now, a man so big and strong in mind. Be a man so humble now, a man of men now, let it shine. This is what you are, this is how it is planned now. This is what to be.